Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated. Hey, man! Rock and roll's got Daryl Hall. Canada's got the Daryl and Daryl's brother Daryl. We here in St. Louis have Daryl Doran, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for the introduction, Kevin.
You own the name, baby. You own the name, Daryl.
Yeah, I've had it a long time. I'm old.
Boom, boom. And the whole story goes is that I was a big fan of yours when you on Clayton Road when you went to school there, and I used to follow you in the newspaper, and they really had some glowing things to say about you and so forth. And then you know and then you go to the national teams, and then you go to steamers, and you just and then I want to congratulate you on being the coach for the last major national championship that you and the boys discovered with the ambush. Did I get
Yeah,
that right?
yeah. Back in '95 was so far still the only indoor championship we have. But you never know. That ambush team's getting better in years right now. I haven't seen them in a while, but as of right now, yeah, our record still holds.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I mean that's and you. I was a stagehand where I would go and do the player introductions there, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I used to be up in the rafters and watch you all warm up. And I mean to tell you, I got goosebumps, man, because it was holy cow. Everybody's eye laser focused and moving just in the same beat. It was, man, it was something incredible to watch. Did you do that on purpose?
no, not really. Yeah, it's a standard warm up. But I think really when the early seniors started, or when I started, they were already there a couple years before I got there. But obviously, you just see the people piling in as we're warming up. We were selling out 18, 19,000 people there. I think we outdrew the Blues. The Blues averaged 14,000
Yeah.
in '80. When we're warming up, you see a bunch of people yelling and coming in and just coming in. They had to delay a lot of games in the beginning. So that was pretty cool. That was a good time there. I was a little sad when that senior team folded in '87. But I think Glavin was the coach there. And I went to LA for a year and then came back with the Storm. So I wasn't gone too long, that 1 year. That's about it. And then I played my whole career here in St. Louis.
Right. And just to go back, I fumbled, stumbled. I meant when you were the coach, the player coach at the
In
ambush.
the ambush. Yeah, that was in '95.
I mean, it was you guys were really something, man.
Yeah, we had, number one, I think we had everybody but two players that were all from St. Louis or right across the river in Illinois. So that was a big plus. I kept the team together. Actually, when I started, I was the assistant coach with Petcher. A lot of teams make a lot of different moves, and we kept our core together, and I think that really helped us in '95. We had I think the offense, the midfield, and the defenders were all just workhorses. I mean,
Yeah.
our midfield, just Johnny Klein, Steve Kuntz, Scotty McDaniel, these guys just ran up and down, which allowed me and Kevin Hundelt in the backfield to go forward. They'd cover for us if we lost the ball or whatever.
Yeah.
So we just had a team, and our set pieces were probably the best ever. With Reiniger, Moser, Steve Maurer up top. We had so many different set pieces on corner kicks, free kicks.
Yep.
When you got two left feet like Reiniger and Moser, that's two totally different players, but still both of them can hit the ball really, really hard. So that kind of frustrated a lot of defenders. And
Yep.
whenever we did their set pieces, and I still say after that year they started changing rules that we couldn't change players on free kicks and stuff like that, mainly because of us. So we only had like 5 seconds to switch, and then we get a penalty if we were late. So, but that was fun. It was a good time, that 95 year.
Oh, man, yeah. And just as you go through, you're always going, if you want to play, you know, and you're over 50, over 60, over 70, you follow your brother Don. Oh, I mean, he represents the United States of America throughout the world in the over 70s World Cup and 60s.
Yeah, that guy never says die, does he?
No, man, no.
I kind of quit playing recreation the last couple of years, so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my knee is when I retired, I didn't get my ACL fixed, so I'm kind of over that. But yeah, my brother, he's I don't know if he's still playing to this day, but yeah, about 3 years ago, I think he went over there with the over 70s.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah, man.
So that's pretty cool.
So I've been tracking you and everything, and so when I talk to other guys, Craig Westbrook, if you remember this.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He would always say,
Westbrook family is a great family.
aren't they something special?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's like a box of chocolates, you know.
Yeah, I actually played for Dick, my older brother, the middle brother, Dan, played for him and I went on a road trip with him. And I wasn't on the team, but they needed some players, and I was like 3 years younger, and they let me play. It was in Colorado. It was pretty cool. But Dick's still coaching. I mean, that guy's never gonna give up.
No, he does it well.
He does it.
Yeah. The story goes is that he would always say Daryl, and I was away from the game for a long time. I said, "Who is this Daryl?" And what? You got to be kidding me! You know, soccer and in St. Louis, Daryl. It's Daryl Doran, the best high school player ever, and yeah, and that's what Terry Minkler says. In his early first part of his career, well, as the three guys, they always asked him who was the best high school player, and he would name. He had 2 DDs and a JJ, and Daryl Doran. Oh God, I'm sorry. Don Draghi was one. Daryl Doran, you, and Johnny Johnson.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Johnny actually played for me in the Steamers with the Steamers in 2001. We were playing out in St. Charles Family Arena.
Wow.
So I got him to play for me. It was great. We were playing together again.
Wow. But you know,
that's something.
Yeah, but it's a whole different style. When you played at high school, you know, there's guys who dominate and are just like, holy cow, where did that guy come from? And I've seen players like, and I've seen you like that, and you were like that all throughout your career. And
Well, thank you.
yeah, it was quite visible. And the coach always talks about just the great achievement, personal achievement, and what you went through with your feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost quit my junior year in high school.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird situation. But actually, and this is the funny part, you know, I hurt my toe as sophomore year in high school, my big toe, and so anyway, calcium started forming on the joint, and it got so bad because of the soft ground. I mean, I didn't think I could really finish playing, and actually, Bill Draghi, who had a chiropractor, that's John's brother, right by CBC there.
Yeah.
I used to go to him, and he would do all kinds of treatments for me. Really got me through my high school years. And then when believe it or not, I know it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but when I started with the Steamers, I went 1 year of college, at SLU, and I was with the national team. So I only played 6 games with St. Louis U, and then I put my name in the draft after that. But the hard surface playing on the indoor actually helped my feet because my toe wasn't bending at all or that much on the hard surface. So I used to get away with playing, not without pain, but there were certainly times I had to shoot some cortisone in it and things like that throughout my year. But believe it or not, I think I built other muscles in my legs. The way I was running on the indoor, saving my big toes from that bending part of it, and I lasted pretty long. So it went on for 22 years. I guess that's a long time.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And no, you had a particular style. Nobody matched it. And it was really something. Keith Tozier always talks very, very highly of you.
Oh, yeah. Keith was a good guy. That's who I played for when I went to L.A. Lasers. And plus, we had a lot of rivalries when he was coaching Milwaukee, us in the ambush. We had a lot of fun playing against each other.
Yeah.
Great coach, great guy. And I think I talked to him about a year and a half ago. So he's still at it. Yeah,
man. He's the commissioner for that indoor, and then the futsal. So it goes all the way through, and I was kind of like in the tucked away in the Appalachians cabin when you granted me the interview. I didn't want to get disturbed by anybody and everything, you know. Because you're the big cheese, baby.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right. And the coach said, hey, I want to quit. He wants for you to tell us all, you ever have a serious offer from a European club in the early years?
I did have one offer, Miguel de Lima. I don't know if you know that name.
Oh, do I? Yeah.
Yeah. He was helping me and wanted me to go to overseas, and I think long story short, Perry Vanderbeck, another great player, was playing for Tampa Bay Rowdies then. Yeah. And I went out there for a tryout. They wanted me to sign, but it wasn't that much money at all. It was like close to minimum wage. And I really wasn't going to leave college for that. And then back then, the draft was for the indoor MISL was in October. But Miguel de Lima was working with the Cosmos. They ended up drafting me in a separate draft after that, like in February, but I didn't go there because I was already signed with the Steamers. But Miguel had something for me to go over Europe, and I kind of put a no to that. I was like 17, 18. I wasn't going to go over there at that age. And plus, it was outdoor, so I thought about my feet not lasting too long outdoor. So I kind of put a nix on that. And then the Steamers drafted me, and they gave me a year-round contract. I got to stay at home. So I think as a year, Johnny Hayes also was drafted. We were in the first round together, so I got to play with him. Obviously, that whole first 3, 4, 5 years with him right there at St. Louis, and I was at home, and everything was fine.
Yeah. There ain't no doubt, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. And your career, it's distinguished. It's got everything. It's almost just like your fitness, Doran Fitness, that you're about to get going. You talked about, I don't know, can I talk about the?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You had
go ahead.
What they call the clean and upscale in the shops at Windhaven. So you're out there where you got to have nothing but top class, and you're always there. And you're talking about being able to have a buyer come in and it's where you're able to still train there.
Yeah, when I retired in 2005. I always wanted I always lifted weights. That was one of my things. in high school when I started lifting, and a friend of mine owned a gym off Brentwood. I went over there and trained all the time with him, and he was actually supposed to go in on me with this gym out here, but he ended up moving to Louisville. That was Charlie Wallace. He also was a trainer with the Billiken basketball team for a while back then in the 90s and that. But anyway, so I ended up opening this gym up here where, number one, it's a gym, but I also train teams, whether they're soccer, football, or whatever. Long story short, I get here at 5 a.m. and I leave at 8 at night, basically. So I had, 18 years of that, and then ran into this one buddy who owns another gym, Cody Miller, and we hit it off well, and he wanted to get in my location because he was not in the great location where he's at right now. So we made a deal, and he's going to bring some of his equipment with my equipment. We're going to, go 24 hours, so neither one of us have to be here all the time. But it's going to be a thing that just started 3 days ago. They're in my gym right now constructing some walls and stuff, and it should be done in about 4, 5, 6 weeks, but we still are open right now. We might have to shut down for a couple days, but these guys are working well with us, trying to keep us open during this. And it's a little slow time right now when the kids go back to school, so it's kind of all working out pretty well.
Nice. And I tell you, there's no bow. When a guy named David Fitzgerald in 2018 went to you and trained and came back and won the state championship. And I told him the first day of tryout, holy cow, baby, you're going, look at you. And he told me, yeah, and then he went to...
That's crazy.
Yeah, baby. And that and so many different reasons. I waited as long as I could. You're in the Whale Certified Hall of Affinity, Daryl Doran. I mean, you're the best of the best. Holy cow, baby.
Well,
yeah.
I appreciate all those compliments, but I don't know if they're all that true.
Right on.
I appreciate it.
Right on, man. And you're a very humble dude. People wouldn't know you from nobody, And
yeah, I try and be like that. That's just me.
Yeah, and that's a cool thing, man. I mean, yeah. My reputation is saying, hey, if you see the whale, tell him hello. I'll hear him before I see him.
Okay. I got you, brother.
All right. So everything goes. I mean, you have anybody would from afar would say a magical life, and that had to be some soul searching to when you're looking at the feet. You got to have the feet to play the ball, and then you were able to play the ball, and you still played the ball, and to play at the level that you played, and then able to coach, and then go into a business. Have you taken the principles of soccer everywhere all the time in your life?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons why I opened up a gym. Like I mentioned, some players that played for me with the ambush when we won it: Steve Kuntz, Scotty McDaniel. We had about 8 to 10 of the players that always worked out, whether it be before practice or after practice. And when I did it growing up, it was especially indoor, because indoor, you got a lot more physical contact around the boards. You really got to be strong on the field. And heck, even we won the championship. We were in Harrisburg, and we come back, and me and Steve Kuntz, Scotty Mack, we go to Charlie Wallace's place, who's a trainer that I was always talking about earlier. That's where we worked out. So the next day after that, we were all working out again, like nothing happened. So I think it's just part of your life when you know you got to do something to be at your best, and players like that are great to have on your team.
Also, with the wrestling folks, they always an hour or two before the show, they would run up and down the stairs of the of the Enterprise
Oh
key,
yeah.
and it was really something to watch. And then the wrestlers for the NCAA, they
Right.
you would, I mean, you talk about warm up, baby. Hey, that's like the whole day event for me. Well,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, but that's just the warm up to get you into an accelerated pace when you're playing. It's this. I mean, is that? Would you highly recommend it for everybody?
Well, not all players are all like
Oh,
I mentioned Mark Moser. Well, Moses' great contribution to indoor was scoring goals, um, and that was it. So a lot of times Mark wouldn't work that hard on defense, and we all knew it. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
oh yeah.
And he would cheat. He would cheat a little bit, and then we would work harder behind him. And as soon as we stole the ball, he'd be in a great position. So we'd get him the ball as quick as we can, and he'd go one-on-one, or he might even have a breakaway. But he's not one of those guys that did a lot of that running. So I think players knew, and I knew the players that couldn't do all the stuff that we did, and I just gave them a little slack, and they performed on the field that way. Now, once they stopped performing, then I might change my tone a little bit, but it seemed to work for everybody. Some players, I just let them kind of hang a little bit and go a little slower.
Without a doubt, is
Right.
that yeah, and that's the beauty of it, is that even if you don't have a success, the results, you're still, I mean, you look better in your clothes. You just have a better attitude when you're in a workout type of mode.
Exactly. I think even when you're just working out with weights, I think when you're finished, kind of sets the tone for the rest of your day. You're more alert. You seem to have even more energy after you get done with a workout. So it kind of goes all the way with whatever you do in life. But working out, I think, is something that I'm always going to do to the day I die, actually.
Yeah, it was always with the whale. It's always, I'm praying for patience, and there would be so many examples. Hey, try patience, will you?
I hear you.
Yeah, but here we go. Uh, you got 10 more minutes with me?
Sure.
All right. So here it is. All it's only your opinion, but you've known soccer, the inside, outside, around the bend. What do you? How do you feel about it all right now? For us, this it's the college game. You don't get any St. Louis talent. You don't. The St. Louis talent is like, where's it going? And then uh, just the overall pizzazz, uh, and I think that you played the pizzazz. Do you have any comment on any of that?
No, I mean, I think a lot of you look at high school and college, it's changed so much since I've been there. And oh my God, just bring up club soccer. I think that's the beginning of it all. I think there's so many club teams. When I was growing up, I mean, there was 5 club teams in St. Louis, and that was it. And then they made an all-star team out of that, and then we went over Europe and all that kind of stuff, but you had to make the all-star team. And now, shoot, every age bracket, every single club's got 20, 30 teams, same age bracket. And personally, I think overall, I think a lot of kids get burnt out a little too much, too early. I know it's true I think when I was taking my daughter's team while they were in high school and before then, and the whole idea of it is to really get kids a college scholarship, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And that should be on the minds of everybody, but I think a lot of parents out there have higher expectations, which is great. I mean, everybody wants to do that, but the way the club teams work, they train 5-6 times a week and go play a tournament on the weekends. And I've seen a lot of my daughter's friends just kind of go to college, play 1 year, and quit just because they were kind of burnt out. My daughter didn't, but she loved it like I did, so she played all 4 years. But I just think I see a lot more of that. And college is similar. I don't think they train as hard, and they train hard. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they put them through a lot of stuff in the off season. They kind of give them a pamphlet and say, "Come ready to play." So I don't think the college is as bad as kind of like the high school club thing going on right now. Actually, the clubs don't like the high school teams right now. They don't want them to train there. They want them to train with the club teams. Hate to bring it up, but I think it's about the money. So that's the one negative thing I have about today with all the club soccer teams. And I've trained a lot of club soccer teams here, which I'm thankful for, but I know most of them got their own training there. But I just think it's a little overboard.
There you go. There you go. And I gotta ask you, man, are you going to be a nice little table with the Doran friends and family to watch the World Cup qualifiers and this and that? And
yeah, well, especially now that I'm not going to be at this gym all the time. So I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I love the World Cup and all that kind of stuff, watching it. Can't wait for it. But I was always here, the last 18 years. And I was really stupid. I wanted to do it all on my own. So I would be here pretty much 24/7. And I'd get some kids to help me at night if I didn't have to train, that would come in and watch. So I was kind of tied down to this for a long time. So now I got some free time, and I will be going to see as many soccer games as I can. I've been down the city, watched some of those. I know they're struggling. People are on their back, but they'll come around. I personally think they made a couple coaching changes too many, but I think they're going to live and learn.
there you go, baby. You sure have learned your lessons, man. Yeah, it's really incredible. And I can tell you, I'm kind of a different type of guy. I prepared my entire life for retirement. And my working career, I prepared for retirement, and I'm enjoying every moment of every day.
There you go. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, baby. And so I got this little cottage industry with the studios in downtown Holly Hills, Boom Studio. Yeah, and so get to talk to people like you. So I hope that you and kind of ending up a little bit. I just got to ask you, hey man, have you ever thought about, because you have such what a nice glowing way about you. Did you ever think about being a broadcaster and this, that, ba ba boom, ba ba bang?
Actually, I haven't thought much about that. But like I said, if I'm going to have some more free time, it might come around where I'll start thinking about things like that.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on, how much I got to be here. I know I got about 15 people that I train throughout a week, so I got to concentrate on them just to make sure I take care of them and put them all together, so I'll have some time to get out and think about things. But you never know. You never know, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, you're the wise owl up in the soccer community now. You're I guess once you get over 60 in the soccer community, you become a wise owl.
Well, then I guess I'm a wise owl.
All right. So it's a custom here at Wales Certified to say, hey, Daryl, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to, for as long as you want to say it for. What do you got?
Well, I think personally, a big part of my life was Terry Mickler. He kind of groomed me at an early age. I know my two older brothers they all went to CBC, my dad included, and I think I was a seventh grader, and I'd go up with my brother Dan, and we'd play hot sock in the old CBC gym. I got to meet Terry way back then. So we kind of started a relationship all the time because he knew I was going to come to CBC. I had no other choice in the matter with my family all going there. And but the biggest regret I have is not winning a championship under him. I think my freshman year, my older brother was a senior, and he got sick in the playoffs, and 3 other guys got hurt. Terry moved me from wing back to midfield. And then the following year, we lost to St. Mary's freshman year. And then sophomore year, he kind of moved me into midfield, offensive midfield. Then in my senior year, we lost to Vianney, I think my junior year. Then my senior year, he moved me to sweeper. And let me kind of do whatever I wanted to do. If I wanted to take the ball and go forward, you brought up Craig Westbrook. His job was to cover my spot because he was playing defensive mid. And that's the kind of scenario we had. So Terry just let me do what I wanted to do. And we came up short. We lost to Rosary my senior year. I believe it was in overtime, 2-1 or whatever. And that was my junior year. Then the senior year, we lost to Vianney. Steve Bauer was one of the big players who played for me in '95. He was a catalyst, and I think he scored the winning goal for them. So my biggest regret is not getting Terry a championship. Kind of bugged me to no end, even to this day. I mean, I was so happy to get a championship with the '95 team, but this kind of sticks in my gut a lot.
Wow. Well, I tell you one thing. I've been with the guy for a dozen years, and I've been his chauffeur for the last year, and when he thinks of you, he lights up. And when he saw you at the celebration over there a couple weeks ago, that made his night, man.
Oh, that was something that I still can't believe to this day that he let go of him there. That doesn't sit well with me, and I told him that. So,
good. Yeah.
I mean, he's the winningest coach in America, and I think he should have been able to write his own ticket.
Well, you would think, yeah, but especially the way they did it. They put a sack over, shipped him to Shanghai. But
it's not right.
Yeah, right. And but man, you're the guy, Daryl, and you live up to your reputation, bro.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that, Kevin.
All right then. So don't. You always got a front row seat here at Boom Boom Studios in downtown Holly Hills for any type of podcast you want to give. You want to introduce somebody, get a new business venture, baba boom, baba bang, or yeah.
I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind, brother.
All right, and get some training time, on the mic.
There you go. You never know, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, Daryl. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate your phone call. Like I said earlier, sorry I didn't get back to you earlier, but now I'm going to have some more free time, so we'll get together again.
All right, good. All right, then. So the best to you and yours, and you're whale certified, and other people can be whale certified if they only would try.
I'll start spreading the word, brother.
All right, then. Bye-bye.